Okay, so I just got done with a doctor's appointment, and good news, he says I still have major mental health issues. So to celebrate that, we should go thrifting. I'm gonna try and keep my budget to $20. It's gonna be so hard, but I'm gonna try. Guys, it's January 11th, and did you know that Madonna's in Toronto? She's literally in Toronto for 2 days. That's crazy to me. Do you think I'd run into Madonna in a Value Village? I might, you never know. Sadly, I didn't run into Madonna. At least this Value Village had its Valentine's section going. None of the other thrift store have that going right now. I was going to talk during my trip here so I didn't have to do a voiceover, but this Value Village was extremely noisy, and you'll see later in the video. I love Portugal mug. I was really interested in that because one of the gift baskets I'm making has a Portugal theme. There's an apron that says Portugal. There's a napkin that says I love Portugal. So I was going to add that to the theme, but I was going over my budget of $20, so I actually left that cup behind. I still went over my budget, but it's okay. I got better. You'll see in my later videos. Nothing exciting happening at nothing vintage happening, I should say, in the Valentine's section. There's a lot of stuff. If I really wanted to get something for Valentine's, I could totally find something here. But I was also looking for my birthday party. I'm going for a whole vintage Victorian theme style. And I saw this section. I was like, this is awesome. I want it all, but it was really highly priced. This cup literally says happy birthday, so I'm like, oh my god, this on the table with like a lace tablecloth, that would be awesome. But this thing was $10, and yeah, I didn't end up buying it. I actually have some of these cups already. So this other cup here was $24, this one, and I just didn't feel like that's the kind of money I want to put down at a thrift store. I'd rather go to a vintage mall then and spend that kind of money and give it to a small business owner, not a big corporation like Value Village. I really like the vibe on this one as well. It's very modern Victorian, the black and white. And I like this candle holder because it's glass and it's dark blue and it had a bit of gold, and that's kind of my living room theme, but I didn't end up getting it. I really like these goblets. They were amethyst glass, but they were, I'm going to turn it around, but it's, I think, $24 for the full set of 4, which, no, not at a thrift store, sorry. Very cool painting, and this is something my daughter would absolutely love, but it was $20 for this painting. And there was another one on the top shelf, same issue. Almost all of the mirrors they had were plastic. And then I looked at this dog. It's a Dalmatian for $3.99. It wasn't bad. Probably could have grabbed him. These two called out to me, but they were kind of ceramic. They were not wood or metal or brass, and I believe they were $4.99 each, so I felt like that was a bit much. This was the weirdest cat candle holder thing that I'd ever seen. It was funny enough that I wanted to get it. There was a fish there too, like the cat was sleeping but holding a dead fish. Like, anyways, I didn't actually end up getting it. These two lamps I looked at, I thought, okay, maybe they could look nice for my birthday because they're like very vintage looking. They were $7.99 each. It's a 2-piece, but I think that just meant the base and the top. But they were quite wobbly, and at the end I left both of them behind because, well, once again, I was thinking about my budget, but I also went over my budget, so I don't know, man. I'm just really annoying sometimes. Just very, very annoying to myself. Okay, yeah, I put this lantern on the ground, but I'll put it back, promise. So these two candle holders, I'm like, yay, $14.99 for one of them. That's $30 for the set of these candle holders. That's how much I would list it at my antique booth. Seriously? Actually, I might list it for $28 or even $23. Yeah, so I mean, I decided at that point in time that I'm never coming back to this Value Village ever again. It is in Mississauga, Eglinton Avenue. It's new. They say it's new. Oh, look at us. We're open just new. And that is why we're so highly priced. Like we're a random store, not a thrift store. Wow, look at me flicking this brass thing out of the way. Jeez, I must be mad. I wonder why. So I'm singing along to Taylor Swift. See, I told you I'm really annoying. Here you go. I put it right back where it belongs. This looked so mid-century to me, and pottery and everything. $6.99, but there was a barcode sticker under it, I think for $19, and I was like, okay, bye. They had this cat sitting there for $6.99. That was a great price for this wooden cat. Carved cat, come on, it's a great price. However, reason why I didn't get it was because it is way too chunky and I have a space problem right now. So I saw these hanging shell decor things and I thought, okay, well, this is probably like really expensive. Surprisingly, it was only $3.99. I guess they don't know how to price their things. Like, it's really pretty, but I don't have a spot to hang this in my booth right now. It has to be hanging from the roof for it to look really pretty. This was kind of cute. I probably could have grabbed that one. Didn't see any original oil paintings or anything like that, or any other decor that could be considered vintage or for my birthday, so I didn't grab anything in the art section here. Okay, let me show you how noisy they were. Like, seriously, I felt like somebody in the back had a baseball bat and were just really going at everything that was donated. Like, they were smashing everything. I bet I missed a lot of the figurines and cool things here just because of the noise that was so distracting and disturbing. Okay, these are super cute. Garden decor, right? They were only $6.99. Maybe I should have grabbed them. Okay, so here I found these ceramic or porcelain trinket boxes or jewelry boxes. They were all the same looking, very vintage, $2.99 each. It says made in China, however, but it was like printed on, not a sticker, so tells me that they were vintage. So I grabbed all of them, really. I'm gonna put them in my jewelry show. This is 2020, so never mind, but I'm gonna put them in my jewelry show. So here I'm trying to math my bill and see what I can grab, and clearly I can't even count the boxes I have. I grabbed this apple because I really like the rich color, kind of reminds me of the Snow White apple, and it was scratched up a little bit, was $4.99? That's ridiculous. Anyways, there was a brass leaf on there, so I did like it enough to put it back in my cart. $3.99, okay, not bad, but still bad for a scratched up apple. Because of the brass leaf, that's the only reason I was considering it, but then I don't believe I got this. No, I didn't get it. Lots of art here, and like I always say, please go thrifting for art first. Just see if you like something there, because there's contemporary, there's vintage, there's all sorts of art. Not something I liked at this point in time, and the prices were a little whack here, so I didn't buy any art, but I would if I ever had to, you know. And mirrors, I think mirrors is a good buy at most thrift stores. You just have to have patience. You might have to go a couple of times. I thought maybe this cameo was vintage, but it wasn't. Seemed quite new and potentially maybe Chinese made, so I left it behind. I thought this was a real book. It was not. It was a box. Here's a jewelry box that's wooden and carved, so obviously I grabbed it for $4.49. It was a bit expensive, but I still grabbed it because I'm gonna, I'm collecting some for the market. I ended up painting it, but I don't like what I did with it, so I don't know what's happening with it. It might be a loss of $4.49 plus tax. I had picked these up, mirrors, but the mirrors were kind of chipped, and even though I loved the carved wood, I ended up leaving these behind. In this wooden box, they had priced it at $7.49. Not exactly sure. It was just a basic box, didn't have any hinges. Maybe it was the kind of wood. I don't know. It was just not even that pretty. It said $19.95, so not even proper vintage. It was still well made by hand. I was kind of looking for some florals for my birthday, because I want to have one vase sitting at the side of the table on the ground, but like with lots of flowers, grand looking, but I didn't find anything here. I grabbed these because I feel like people do like these kind of pots, like especially if you have a rustic kind of vibe, but I don't think I actually got them at the end. I left them behind for $2.99 each. So what are these? Are these the really old school like 80s vases? Okay, not this. I thought this was maybe Italian made, but it said made in China, so I put it back. But the ones at the bottom, they're like the single flower holder vases, like the really big ones. I suppose they go in mansions because they take so much space up, and it's like, where would you even put them in your home and like not knock into them? They're so huge. I like this pottery mug, but I couldn't find the second one, even though it's on the second shelf. Maybe because they started making so much noise that it was extremely distracting. Maybe all the things that don't sell, they just smash it. This tray looked really pretty, but there was clearly something missing and it was still $7.49, so I left it behind. This metal art with the turtle, sorry I didn't make a better video, it was actually very pretty, so if you had a theme like that, it would have been nice. Sadly, I don't remember the price on that and I left it behind anyways. Are people breaking things?
Like they're just
Oh, that's garbage. What garbage? Like, is it donations because people thought that was garbage and gave it to you and now you think it's garbage and you're breaking? Like, what garbage? Why is it sounding like that if it's like legit garbage? My garbage doesn't sound like that. Of course, I don't own a store, but still, what? A bell without a bell. Nice. Okay, that's a cute ladybug, but I wasn't feeling it. Thankfully, Anusha wasn't with me, otherwise she would have forced me to buy it. Okay, editing this video, I'm just surprised I had so much patience. I guess I was just really determined to get stuff done and get the video and get content. Like, my god, it was noisy and annoying. This was pretty, but I wasn't sure if the sugar pot had the lid missing. It was $7.99 for the 3 pieces. Not bad because it's 3 pieces, but once again, wasn't sure if the sugar pot was missing a lid, so I left it. Look at me ignoring all those bowls, wooden, okay. Not enough ignoring, but here, it's carved wood. What do you want from me? Although I did not end up buying this piece because even though it's really pretty, I would have had to really work on it, maybe sand it a bit, oiled it a bit before I was able to put it up for sale because it looked like it was stained or something. I must say, whoever is designing their end caps or decorating their end caps is doing a good job. It's very aesthetic, it's color coded, but in a good way. Like, I like that they have this neutral, but they added the copper in it, although the copper was expensive, so I left it clean though, I guess. Not as clean as Talese, I'll tell you that. Talese is like next level. I think they really take care of their stuff. Considering both Talese and Value Village charge taxes, which means they're private companies, Talese is doing a much better job at maintaining their stores and at the pricing. Okay, it is pretty, but obviously it's very contemporary, so I left that behind. More copper, $7.99, $8.99, I left it behind. I'm kind of looking for all clad stainless steel, like in good condition, just for personal use. But it's very hard to find, and I did find something in the other Value Village, but it was like $25 for a pot. Although that's cheap, but still, I don't know. This was $9.99 for brass hooks. Not bad. I mean, the kind of hooks these are, that's cute, but $9.99, I wasn't willing to dish that out right now. So for those boxes that I got, that was $2.99 per box for 8 boxes, and that was $27 with taxes. I bought, I think, one more thing, and it brought my balance to $35. Anyways, here's a DIY that I did to show you guys. So I got these metal candles. They look like the one on the right, but I did the rub and buff type wax in copper on the one on the left, and I think they came out really good. They were so dark and gloomy, but now I think they look really pretty, and I'm gonna use them in my on my birthday decor as well, and then I'm gonna sell them. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I love you guys, and I know you love me, so please subscribe. Thank you.